What's up, UglyAss niggas? This your boy J Miles, and now I'm back with another video. And you know what to do. If you're new, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, leave a like, comment, let me know what you're thinking. But most importantly, make sure you share it with your UglyAss friends. On today's video, we will be covering Power Book 3, Raising Kanan, and this is part 3 of the 10-part series on Who Killed Famous. So basically what I've been doing in parts 1 and 2 is going in order from least to greatest, basically the people that I think has the least amount of chance of being the killer all the way up to the greatest. So this is part 3. If you haven't checked out parts 1 and 2, I greatly advise you go ahead and take a look at those before coming here. But basically what we're going to be looking at in all of the candidates is 1, does the character have motive to want to take out Famous? 2, does the timeline match? So basically what I'm saying is we know we haven't seen Famous since 310. We also know that he's been missing for 3 months. So basically it's kind of almost safe to say that we believe more than likely he was killed shortly after, he was released from jail. Because also by looking at, that body and how decomposed and, it looked, how that more than like that body had to been there for quite a while. That he's been dead for some time, right? So did the timeline match like whatever that character was doing? Could he have possibly had, time to go and do that? And lastly, how well would it affect the storyline? Because, you're not going to just want any person to take out a big character like Famous. It needs to affect the storyline heavily and, change the direction of it. Or, give the fans that thrill and satisfaction. Like, wow, I didn't see that coming. You know what I'm saying? So these are the 3 things that we'll be looking at. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into it. Now, number 3 is none other than your girl, Juke, right? This is who we're looking at as the 3rd candidate, because I've seen fans say they believe it was Juke. Now, in my opinion, with her, I'll give her a small percent chance. Like, I gave Lou a 0% chance, because to me, it's just no way in hell it could possibly have been him. And I forgot to give Ronnie, who was part 2, his percentage. In my opinion, I'll give him maybe 1 to 2%. Juke, I'll say she has maybe I'll go as high as maybe even a 10% chance of it being her. So let's go ahead and look at the 3 main components that matters, to saying, does she fit the description of someone who possibly took him out? So number 1, motive. Does Juke have motive to want to take out Famous? In my opinion, this is a absolute no. So there's the next already. Famous and her has always been cool. They had their, little times where she might, kind of go off on him or whatever. But for the most part, they did get along. She did like him genuinely. Now, what sparked fans into believing that it's possibly her is because they think how she was smirking after she got her first on-screen body, because people want to say possibly Famous was her first body. And now when she shot the other guy, because she did look like that wasn't her first time doing something like that by that smirk. But in my opinion, I think she just got an adrenaline going on after she did it, and that was her first kill. But anyways, in my opinion, she doesn't have no motive whatsoever. It doesn't benefit her in no kind of way to want to take him out. So there's an X already. But number two, let's go ahead and go to number two. Timeline. So I would say she does have a chance that, because of course we don't know exactly when Famous was taken out, but I would say it had to be no more than within 2 weeks after he was arrested. And I think that's a stretch. I think that's too big of a gap. It probably happened within days, in my opinion. But she was the only person whose time we could say is unaccounted. We really don't know what she was doing. Besides, we've seen her lastly looking at an army video, because she was, of course, preparing to go to the military, right? So could she have possibly, maybe, during that time period that we didn't see her on screen when it took him out? Sure. But I would say more than likely that's not the case, because like I said earlier, she doesn't have motive. And also, if he so happened, we ever find out that, he was taken out maybe a month after that situation happened with him being arrested, then we also know there's not a chance, because Juke was, as we can see here, she was in the military, so she wasn't around. Now, also, another reason why I believe, it doesn't really have much of a chance is here. She went to Famous mother's house with Kanan, and basically was letting her know that, Famous wouldn't leave without telling us and stuff. So something is definitely wrong. And to me, it looked pretty real. Now, granted, she did lie to Myra very well. Like, she looked like, she was serious with her words, but we all know that was cap. But let's go ahead and take one little small look at a video, or another reason why people think it could possibly be her. But I just think she was just telling the story that Marvin gave her. I don't think she was because it just doesn't make sense for her to just ask, unless maybe her and Marvin could possibly be in on it together, and she was fishing for information. But let's be real, that's not even Juke's character. But anyways, here's the video.
Where's Famous at? Marvin saying he left town or something.
A lot of talk, and I don't know what to believe.
So, as you can see, they said she's asked, where's Famous? Marvin said he left town or something. So she basically was questioning, where is he at? And in my opinion, if you just a person that's involved in something like that, you're not going to just randomly bring it up. It just doesn't make sense, in my opinion. So I'll say, as far as the third one, now let's go ahead and get to the third one, because she did fit the timeline part, because we do have some time periods that we can't account for with Juke, where she could have possibly have done it. But I just don't think she would have a motive to do it. So she got an X on that. Now the third one, the storyline, I think that would definitely break the internet with Juke's actual first kill would be her taking out Famous. Like, that would be very shocking, and people would definitely eat it up. But in my opinion, I just don't think it's the case, because of the first one. She just doesn't have any motive to want to kill him. And she probably wouldn't want to do, she know Famous, Kanan probably wouldn't have been down with that. And during that time, Juke was still Laverne Thomas at that time. She wasn't the cold-blooded Juke that we all knew from OG Power, and that we're getting to know here in season 4 of Raising Kanan. So pretty much that's all I got for y'all as far as this particular video. But definitely let me know in these comments, because I actually seen a lot of people saying that it was Juke. So after seeing this video, definitely let me know in these comments, do you still think that it's Juke? and why. Go ahead and leave your thoughts and your theories in the comment section. But if you ask me, she doesn't have a motive to do it, so in my opinion, there's no way that it was her. But anyways, you know, like usual, if you're cool with me, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, leave a like, comment. Let me know what you're thinking, but most importantly, make sure you share with your ugly ass friends. But until the next video, I'm out.